Hi guys, Big Monday here. Today we're doing a Windows install video, but we're doing one a little bit different. We're going to be installing Windows 10 onto an M.2 drive. I just want to demonstrate how insanely fast this is. We're going to be installing it from a Corsair Flash Voyager GT. It's a USB flash drive. It's a few years old, so it's certainly not the fastest one that's out, but it was when I bought it. But it's going to be pretty good. But the key bit here is that we're installing it onto a Samsung 960 M2 drive that has about 3.5 gigabits transfer rate. So let's just fire this up and we'll see just how quickly Windows install is going to go. Now obviously I'm going to hold it back a bit, I think, in this case. I'm going to skip the product key just so that we don't have to wait for me to type it in to see how fast it is, and plus I don't want a video typing my product key in because this is going online. So get BIOS. Okay, I think I'm using the default settings on the BIOS for this, so it's about the 4th drive for this. We've got the M2 drive. There's a hard drive. The memory stick's set up to boot from the old style BIOSes and UEFIs. It checks the old style first, doesn't like it, then switches to the UEFI. So again, I'm going to skip the product key, accept the license agreement after speed reading it. I'm going to custom install because okay, so we've got drive 0, that's the solid state, that's the storage drive, 2 terabyte Western Digital Blue, and then we've got the drive 1, 232 gigabytes. That's the drive we want. One of the big things, you see how quick the copying files is there. That's just insane. It wasn't the camera being laggy, it literally just flashed up 100% and it was done. So one of the reasons I have one of these Flash Voyagers is for doing stuff like this, because I install Windows so often. Being able to do it from one of these memory sticks is a hell of a lot faster. The only thing that really beat it speed-wise was installing directly from another solid state drive, but there's driver issues there. It can be a real problem. Whereas with most motherboards, even if you just plug it into USB 2 and you don't have the transfer speed, the seek time of doing it from a flash memory stick just makes things so much faster. It's not going too bad. We're in a fairly decent PC here. We're on one of the new Ryzens. This is the 1700, released from AMD a few weeks ago. Got a pretty chunky graphics card in this as well. It's a GeForce GTX 1080 from EVGA. Not really going to affect the speed of Windows install, but it's still cool. Quite surprised how cool the AMD Ryzens run. I mean, the 1700 I've got in now, even with the stock coolers, only running about 42 degrees. I am using Antec Nano Diamond thermal compound, but quite impressed. So we're on 4 minutes 20-ish now. Given I did some preamble before, it's going to be about 3 minutes with the installation so far, right? I'm going to let this just do its normal time because I'm setting up ready for some unattended installations. So first boot after first reboot. It's not too bad. I really like Asus motherboards. They're fast as hell, but one of the things that really bugs me with a lot of the high-end motherboards is that the post just takes so long. I pick up low-end laptops and it's like 2-3 seconds for the post. Get a really high-end motherboard and sometimes it's 15-20 seconds. Just expect better when you're doing this to have a high-end gaming PC, not to let it drag you down. Obviously there's things you can do there's lots of tweaks you can make in all the BIOS settings to change that, but I wanted to just do this with stock. That's a lot slower than I'd like, to be honest, but I've never been impressed with Windows 10. Be interesting for context to just do this onto a normal drive or from the Windows CD. I really hope nobody's actually installing from the Windows DVD these days. Windows DVD's transfer rate's about 10 to 15 megabytes per second. In practice, you usually get about 7, maybe 8. But I've seen plenty of CDs plenty of DVDs that only get about 3 megabytes per second, so that's quite a good one in this. We've got an Asus DVD writer, but I still don't expect it to get much higher than 10, even in best case scenario. Blu-ray, of course, would be faster, but what's the point in Blu-ray when you can do it directly from memory stick? Second reboot. So again, this is the thing with the really high-end BIOS stuff taking so long to do the post. Okay, I'm going to get ready on the keyboard, try and move through any stuff that requires user interaction as quickly as possible. So I'm in United Kingdom. Yes, UK Kingdom. Do you want to add? No. But I don't check for updates now. So this should really happen after boot. There shouldn't be any updates because I pre-integrated them into my Windows image. Sign in with my Microsoft account. Let's do an offline account. No, I don't want to do that right now. Password, no. Let's have Cortana. Choose your privacy settings. They can all stay default for now. Hi. We're getting everything ready. I really wish they'd just skip this hand holding for Windows. It's like it kind of feels nice to the common user, but for those of us that have to reinstall regularly, all you're doing is wasting system resources to hold my hand. So we're at 10 minutes. We're after all the spiel, probably a couple of minutes behind installing it directly from a solid state drive. I did an install once from a Corsair SSD directly onto a Corsair SSD. They were the 460 megabytes per second, 80,000 IOPS drives, I think. That was Windows 7 though, so it's not really a direct comparison, but still. Windows 10 is supposed to be a lot faster. And we're on. There we go. Windows installed faster than some people's potato PCs boots up. And we're ready to go. And just to prove that we're actually alive and on the internet. Oh God, you're going to ask me things now. Google. And we're on. Well, there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.